Hey guys, welcome to day one of our 5-day free evolution group. My goal with this group and with this ongoing community is to teach you skills, things that you can add into your life so that you can continue chasing more joy, more progress, more success, more aliveness. I don't have it all figured out, but I can tell you that with my 4 pillars, I know that by being intentional and adding in activities that make you feel fulfilled, active, joyful, and also aware will add a substantial change to your life. I am obsessed with the way that the brain works. And today I want to talk to you about pillar number 1 and really explain a little bit more about how to have more mental strength, more mental awareness, so that you can start calling BS on the thoughts that are keeping you stuck. So over the last 7 years, I have had some kind of life coaching or business mentorship. And I can tell you that the skills that I've learned and the awareness I've received around the way the brain works is life-changing. I want to start with a quote that I think is super appropriate right now. And life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. It is the way your brain processes what's happening, the circumstances that are causing you to feel a certain way. Our brains, our primitive brain wants us to stay safe. Our brain doesn't like when we take risks. Our brain will always feed us lies and stories and bring to the forefront examples of why we shouldn't say yes to a life-changing opportunity, or starting on a fitness program, or beginning a marathon training program, or even losing weight and joining a gut health renovation group. Your brain will always bring up examples, but you failed before, but you don't know how to do that. This is not your jam. Oh my gosh, this is gonna hurt. Those are the thoughts that you're having. So today I want to break down a little bit of our thought model. This is something I just learned from my business coach, Rachel Bodie, and it is life-changing. Our brain is the biggest muscle in our bodies. If we can learn to sharpen it, to create calluses over those lies and those stories, and we can start to become aware and say no and redirect, that is where the power lies in all areas of your life: fitness, business, relationships, everything, faith, because you will start to question the things that your brain is feeding us. You don't have to believe everything your brain tells you. You don't. Half of the time, they're not true. And our brain is constantly feeding us different thoughts and stories to keep us safe. I want to help you become aware of the patterns, because the patterns all head back to a memory or a thought, that a reoccurring thought that you're having. I want you to become aware and break free, and I want you to create results in your life. This is the goal, is permanent life change, creating discipline so that you feel a sense of freedom to move about the world, to take risks, to create adventures, to live the way you want, but also feel great every single day. So in order to change your behaviors permanently, you have to change your thoughts first. And I think that is the main problem with diet culture and with society in general right now. Everyone wants everything quick. It's the quick fix. It's Amazon Prime. It's I want it now, microwave mentality. But you don't learn when you're giving things for free, or when you have created results quickly. It's the fighting, the pushing forward, the fails, the successes. And by the way, failure and success, you can't have one without the other. So remove this fear of failure, because to me, you can only fail when you quit. If you keep going, if you keep getting up and you're persistent and consistent in fighting for what you want, there is no failure. Those are just bumps in the road. So I'm going to go over the thought model so that you can start to become aware. That is key number 1. It's owning where you are, acceptance, and then becoming aware of what's happening up here, because this is your greatest enemy, not the world outside. It's the story that you're telling yourself about what's happening in your life that's keeping you stuck. So here we go. The thought model is a way for us to create results. So we all, as humans, have thoughts. And I'm going to take the example of weight loss because that one is the simplest to break down. And it's one that we have all encountered this. You want to lose weight. You've done it before. You're feeling stuck. Maybe the last 3 years of COVID have thrown you off kilter. You're feeling unmotivated. You don't like who you see in the mirror. You're like, I don't understand. I used to do this, but now I can't seem to get into a groove. I keep restarting every Monday. I keep losing and gaining the same 10 to 20 pounds, and I'm not going anywhere. And I feel crappy every day. This is your scenario, right? This is your circumstance. It's a fact that you want to lose the weight, but it's not something that can be challenged. So that thought, I can't lose weight, starts to pop up. You want to start. You want to start living a gut healthy lifestyle. You want to start running. You want to start exercising and lifting weights. But in the back of your head, you're like, I can't lose weight. I keep failing over and over again. I'm too busy. This isn't for me. Those are the thoughts. I want you to start becoming aware how those thoughts make you feel. Defeated, number one. Frustrated. You feel hopeless. You feel like you're stuck. How does that feel in your body? When you start to feel those negative feelings, they bring up actions. What happens when you're feeling defeated and frustrated and hopeless? You turn to social media and you start scrolling and comparing yourself to people like me, to people like Autumn, to other fitness influencers. You start looking at people who are doing it, who have done it, and you start beating yourself up. You're comparing, and then you're like, screw it. This isn't for me. And you start drinking wine, and you sit on the couch, and you watch Netflix, or you get on your phone again, and you switch to Amazon, and you start shopping. Those are all negative actions. And they're all being driven by that one initial thought that says, I can't lose weight. So you feel defeated. So you start scrolling, and your result, which is right now what we're trying to do, is create positive results. Your negative result is that nothing happens. You don't take action. And by not taking action, your brain is saying, you see, I told you couldn't lose weight. And your brain is proving that thought right. Unfortunately, this is the way it works. An immature brain will just feed into that and will never move forward and will never live a life of growth. But what I'm trying to do with my life and with the discoveries that I've made is teach you how to implement these skills, this level of awareness, this passion for growth. Because if you're not growing, you're dying. And every day on this earth is a gift. So why not make it the best that you can make it and commit to a life of growth so that you can continue creating adventures and create opportunities for yourself till the day you no longer have breath. That to me is the end goal. I want to live a life of adventure. I want to try new things. I want to see how hard I can hit it, how much more I can do, how many more impact I can have on people and serve the women, bring them into my sphere, because I want us to thrive. Like I said in my intro video, our kids are watching us. And if we implement a life of growth now, and we can turn around and teach them, coach them through this thought model, and start picking up on the things that they're saying, the beliefs that they're creating about themselves, and helping them challenge that, they can thrive into adulthood too. This is important work. I want you to know that 100% of the thoughts that you're having day after day are completely optional. Like I said before, you don't have to believe every thought that pops into your head. What I want to teach you is how to call BS on those thoughts, to start asking yourself better questions and create bridge thoughts so that you can shift yourself out of this low value cycle. When you're spinning and you're telling yourself, I can't lose weight, and then your brain is feeding you all the examples and you're creating these actions that are basically proving your negative thought, that is a low value cycle. I want to help you create a high value cycle where you can, with time, with repetition, with consistency, with work, because nothing will be handed to you, with work, your brain is like a bicep. You can build the strength through lifting weights, through repetition, through practicing this thought model. You can create an intentional model to help you create a high value cycle where you're thinking better thoughts. So let's go through that. So the thought is, I can't lose weight. That's your circumstance right now. That's what you're believing. That's what your brain is telling you. What if we created different thoughts and said, well, I'm willing to believe that if I plug into a proven system, I will lose the weight. I will drop all the expectations around losing weight. I'm willing to believe that it takes as long as it takes. And if I keep going, I will eventually get there. I'm willing to be a beginner and learn how to do weight loss differently. I want more health in my life. I want more activity in my life, more movement. I want to honor my body through faith. Losing weight is a marathon. It's not a sprint. I need to be patient with my body. I didn't gain the weight overnight. Why would I think that I'll lose it overnight? These are much different thoughts. They bring in hope. They really calm the nervous system, and they give you action steps. The thoughts are one day at a time. Drop the expectations. Do it differently. I'm going to allow myself to be coachable. I'm going to take it one day at a time. Those feelings bring me hope. It really keeps me focused on what I need to do now, not on the mountain of losing 50 pounds, for instance. 1 pound at a time. It's more focused, and it brings me peace, knowing that I don't have to do it. I don't have to do this in a certain timeline. I can do it over an extended period of time, forever, actually, because this is a lifestyle. So it brings hope. It removes the anxiety. I feel good about the fact that all I have to worry about is today. Okay, so those are different feelings of peace, of hope, of action. So what are we going to do? We're going to focus one meal at a time. We're going to push play on our 30-minute workout. We're going to go out for a walk. We're going to carve out time in our day to make ourselves a priority. Those are all the actions that you're taking that will establish I can lose weight. And what happens when you start taking positive actions and you're in a high value cycle of belief? You start to lose weight. You start to feel better. You create confidence, and you're moving forward. As humans, we're basically always in a low value cycle, but people who are focused on growth know how to turn on, to sit down, evaluate, and shift gears. It happens to me on a daily basis. Even in the creation of this group, I had moments where things would happen. I'm like, you see, this is not going to work. And then I had to shift. No, this is what I've been called to do. And it's going to take as long as it takes to grow this community. And if I can impact one woman then my job has been done. Create your message, Becky. Take action on it. Test it, evaluate it. There's nothing that can go wrong when you're pouring into other women. And here I am filming this message for you. So today I want us on day one to really evaluate and become aware of the thoughts that we're having that are keeping us stuck. What is it for you? I want you to be vulnerable, really think about this, and drop in the comments, what are some of the reoccurring thoughts that you have about making progress on your life? What are the thoughts that are keeping you stuck on pursuing your goals, on starting that business, on pursuing a passion, on losing the weight, on starting a marathon, a 5K, a half K marathon training? We all have thoughts that are keeping us stuck in this place when God is saying, please trust me and take action on your life. I want to help you move forward. Part of this group is the vulnerability of being open and sharing. I'm not a mind reader. I haven't developed that skill yet. So please think about the things in your life. Maybe it's the meal planning. Why? Why can't you meal plan? Why can't you finish a 30-day gut health renovation group? What are the things that your brain is offering you? I want you to write that in the comments. I want you to share as much as you can. I will go through them and I will address them. The way that we create awareness is by really self-evaluation. So this is up to you. I want to know what you want to create in your life and what's holding you back. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be talking about more in depth with creating belief through taking messy action, and I'm going to discuss bridge thoughts.